and welcome to another episode of Try My Darling. And today I'm going to be taking a look at one of the many black sheeps of the Castlevania family, and that is Castlevania Circle of the Moon, which was a Game Boy Advance launch title. And there's a few reasons why I wanted to check out this game. First of all, I'm just kind of on a Castlevania kick. I just watched the Netflix series and have been kind of revisiting some of the games. But second, even before that, I had really wanted to revisit this just because it's been kind of a source of controversy in recent months. Not really, but I just sort of found out that from like the Retronauts and 8-4 Play podcast, like I sort of found out that this game isn't really well regarded these days, which is crazy because I always thought of it as a very, very good game. And I remember when it came out, it got amazing reviews, like lots of 9s and 10s, and I got it the day that GBA launched with my system, and I absolutely adored it. But some people feel it's kind of weak. It hasn't held up very well, and so yeah, I kind of wanted to revisit the game now to sort of see. So I'm playing it on the Wii U Virtual Console. All of the Game Boy Advance Castlevania games are available there. Let's see. I'm just going to start a new game. Just do an FC for Nintendo Fun Club, which is our podcast, if you didn't know. And let's check out the intro here. So, as you can kind of see by like the greenish background here, for the Wii U version of this game, the Wii U port, it seems like they kind of upped the brightness a bit, or just on the screen it comes across a little brighter. That was a big complaint with the original Game Boy Advance game, was that it was too dark. And so they, so it's a little brighter here. So, yeah, as you can kind of see here, no Belmonts. We're playing as Nathan Graves. Man, it's funny. I was just playing Castlevania 4 before this, and for another video, so that should be up by the time this one's up, so check that out. But This feels so stiff compared to that game. You know, not being able to swing the whip, you know, diagonally or anything. You do have a version of the spin though, which is just holding the B button here. So yeah, this is taking a little getting used to, for sure. But this game is kind of in the Symphony of the Night style, but it it does not. Koji Igarashi is not involved at all. Actually, this is kind of the opposite of an Igavania, because apparently Igarashi was not a huge fan of this game, and had some problems with some of the systems and such, like the DSS system and the how dark the game was, which is not really an issue playing here on the yeah, this is the DSS system, which is not really an issue playing on the Wii U. But I guess when you know, Igarashi was kind of the head of the caretaker of the Castlevania franchise, he actually had this one taken out of the canon. Which, okay, it's kind of fine, because this one, you know, isn't necessarily related to the Belmont legacy, I guess. So I guess that kind of makes sense, but it's kind of weird, his strong distaste for this game. He did not like it so much that it was removed from the canon, which again, that was really surprising to me, because again, like, I thought this game was pretty well regarded back in the day, and it was just recently that I sort of learned that there's some hate for it. I can say I do remember it getting really challenging. Like, I did finish it on the Game Boy Advance, but I remember, like, definitely, like, having to grind in order to do that, but still, like, this was such a cool launch game. Like, it was so awesome having, you know, this and F-Zero at the GBA launch, like, two franchises that were, you know, we kind of hadn't seen for a while, and then having, like, portable versions of them. It's so awesome. I loved the GBA launch. I don't know this game very well at all, so I actually have no idea where I'm going. Like I said, I haven't really played it since the GBA version. I, like, messed around with it a little bit when it first hit the Wii U Virtual Console, but I didn't get too far into it. Which is kind of the case for all of these GBA Castlevania games that are like the Wii U Virtual Console is actually a really great way to play them, but I just haven't really. For whatever reason. The status effects, the poison is pretty brutal here. I need to find a save point. Jeepers. I guess I do have a potion I can use, but man. Nope. Nothing I can do here. So I think you need... Oh, I do have the slide. Never mind. Hearts max. That doesn't really... I thought the slide was something you had to, I remember that in this game, but I thought it was something you had to acquire, but I guess not. I probably missed a save point, like, way early on, and that's kind of what's, I went right instead of left, and that's what's creating all my problems here. There's seriously no save points anywhere? Want to refill my life and save in case I die. Okay, well at least I got my life refilled there. That's good. Kind of cool that your character uses a whip as like his default item. So, you know, Symphony of the Night kind of strayed away from that with Alucard, mostly being a sword user, but I mean you could have so many different weapons in that game. But he kind of starts default sword user. I actually kind of forgot how to use the DSS system. Okay, so that's it basically. Just use the L button, and then so the cards I have here, Mercury and Salamander combined, do the Fire Whip. Yeah, I don't know. I think that system's pretty cool. Like I said, I have no idea where I'm going here. Sort of running around. But, you know, you gotta explore the whole castle eventually anyways, so. So yeah, it seems like you know, the game has the same sort of like leveling mechanic as Symphony of the Night, and you know, obviously the other games that would come after this. But it seems like you don't quite gain levels as quickly as in Symphony of the Night. Because, you know, in the first like half hour of Symphony of the Night, I feel like you gain like at least 2 or 3 levels. This one's a little slower, but another hit point max increase, that's good. Especially having not found a save point yet. It's fine, it'll be fine. I do have a potion to fall back on if need be. So. So I can't really go up. I can try going right here. Hey, it's a save point. Nice. So, I think maybe I need to go... or if I need to go back into the left a bit. I didn't feel like there was much I could do over here. Getting a little used to the controls now, but they feel pretty good. Again, it's hard to go directly from not Symphony of the Night, Super Castlevania 4, going directly from that to this, just because Simon just feels so versatile in that game. But, I mean, this one you can still, like, change directions in your jumps. I think it's mostly, like, the whip stuff. The diagonal whip is what I miss most from Super Castlevania 4. Oh, yeah. Nothing I could do here. I definitely... to go down to the left. That is the next big area. Possibly big area. Or maybe that's where the save point is. That would be interesting. Which I'm okay with, but... yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how I play these Igavania games. I don't know, maybe some people have more rhyme or reason to their approaches, but for me it's just kind of run around and explore and if there's a part on the map that you haven't been to, then go there. And it looks like I have a dead end here, so that creates some interesting questions of where exactly do I go next. I see some stuff up If I go up in this room, we'll see. So above here, that's a save point. Okay, yeah, I completely missed that on my first approach, but it's good to know it's there. The whip whirlwind of doom there. It's pretty helpful. Oops. So I cannot get up that way. Let's see, there is apparently a way I can go up here. That I must have just missed when I was Oh, it's through there. Yeah, I can't get through there. Okay, so I guess I need to go back back to the right here. It's been something that I missed, or I'm not using something. A move or an item or something. Yeah, I think I need a double jump to get up there. There is nothing I can do to this. Nice. That's a good amount of antidotes there. That's helpful. Do I need to kill this guy? It's not a boss or anything, but I've kind of just ran away from him every time I've been through here. Nope, he doesn't drop any items or anything. So this is another one of those rooms where I'm kind of blocked off. I'm just gonna try. I hadn't tried sliding into it, but that does nothing. Flame Whip does nothing. Yeah, I think I need something special to deal with that, something I don't have. stop back down here. No, this was the area I could definitely not get up. Back up to here. I mean, I gotta be honest, so far the experience with this game is not super far removed from the experience I have with any of these sort of Castlevania games. I guess the genre would be Igavanias, but you know, without Koji Igarashi's input on this one, I don't think this really counts. But it's in that, you know, Symphony of the Night mold. But you know, it feels pretty similar to Symphony of the Night and, you know, all the other ones. I don't really see what's so bad about it. You know, I'm pretty into it, just as I was when it first came out. It was a pretty good video game, pretty good Castlevania game. You know, it's no Symphony of the Night or Aria of Sorrow or anything, but I don't think it needs to be erased from existence. I guess, but I don't know. Oh, so this is where I'm supposed to be going. Okay. I kind of like totally missed this this part up here. This was not the part of the map I was really looking at, which happens. But you know, it doesn't, when you're like exploring and you're lost in these games. Something I like about them is that it never feels like you're really like wasting your time, because you're, you know, fighting enemies that are dropping items or currency or whatever, but also you're gaining XP, and so it never really feels like you're wasting your time being lost in these games. And also, it's good to get lost sometimes, because you'll often discover things that you'll discover secrets or you know, areas that are newly accessible thanks to new abilities or items and stuff. So it may seem right now that I have no idea what I'm doing or where I'm going, which is true, but I'm also, you know, making progress in my own ways. Even though I think I'm on the right track now. Nice fast saves. It's always a good thing. I feel like, surprised there hasn't been a boss yet. That felt like a part where there'd be a boss. I will say, like, compared to Symphony of the Night, this, you're not really changing areas as much, and you know, we're still kind of on the same music. I mean, it's the backgrounds have changed and stuff, but it doesn't give that, like, I guess that feeling of of a totally new zone. And I think Symphony of the Night did that so well, with, you know, very distinct areas that had like very similar like architecture and aesthetic, and but the big thing was the music. Oh, hold on to the holy water. Oh, all the way here, and it is for naught, because I cannot get up there. Man, a lot of this is going to open up once I get that double jump. Nice. That was a good item drop. And another accessory, another pretty good one. Not quite as good, but all right. Here's my boss battle. Or if I should have saved first. Still got that potion in my back pocket, so that's good. Thanks. This is a pretty tricky first boss as far as first bosses go. Glad I grabbed that holy water. That really came in handy here. Double jump. There we go. So that just opened up a lot of places for me. Cool. Probably just head back to a save point and kind of wrap up this video here. Yeah, I don't know. I've heard a lot of smack talked about this game recently, and I wasn't really sure what to expect, like coming back to it and revisiting it. Like I felt like I was coming into it pretty open-minded. I wasn't going to be blinded by nostalgia. I was ready to be critical, but also, again, like open-minded. Just because something is said on a podcast does not always make it true. And in this case, I don't know. I think Circle of the Moon, from, you know, just this little bit that I revisited right now, like, I think it feels pretty solid. It feels like a pretty good game. So, yeah, you know, my current stance on Castlevania Circle of the Moon remains that it is a good game and that it is an awesome GBA launch title, and it's playing it on the Wii U is a great way to play it because we're not experiencing any of the issues with the game being too dark or anything like it was on the original GBA hardware. So, yeah, you can still buy all of these games on the Wii U Virtual Console. I know everyone's Wii U is probably not getting a lot of play these days with the Switch out and everything, but I think these are some highlights of the VC, and I think they're like $8 or $9, so definitely not too bad. So I would recommend grabbing all three of the GBA games. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this episode now. As always, you can check out our everything, our podcasts, our videos, whatever, over at nintendofunclubpodcast.com. Also, if you're digging these videos, please subscribe on YouTube, and subscribe to the podcast on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts from. We're on Google Play, all of that. And as for myself, you can find me on Twitter at Brawn Dwarf, BrawnDwarf. So thank you a ton for tuning in, and I will catch you next time. Goodbye.